Hey everybody, this is the Solid Signal podcast for the week of March 23rd, 2020. And of course, just like everybody else, I'm working from home right now, so the podcast may be a little bit different. I'm hoping that it's the same. And I hope everybody out there is staying safe and careful. This is a very scary time, of course, but if we all work together, I have a feeling that we can figure out a way through this. Hard to know, of course, hard to be sure, but let's all have some optimism. Let's go ahead. Well, if you've been watching the Solid Signal blog over the last couple of days, you probably noticed that we're talking a lot about a new product called gotW3. And gotW3 is really exciting right now because it has great possibilities for people who are working from home. If you're working from home and you're finding that you just don't have enough bandwidth, or, for example, you need to work from home and your spouse and your kids are also home, it's just an easy way to add additional bandwidth when you need it. It's a great product, but I wanted to answer some of the frequently asked questions that I've been getting over the last couple of days. The first question is, isn't this just a cellular router? So, yes, it's just a cellular router, and that's not the magical part about it. The fact of it is that it's so easy to use. I've been working with cellular routers for about 15 years. I mean, back when they were, giving you 1 megabit per second in a best case scenario. This cellular router is great because it's super easy to use. When you get it, it will come completely activated. All you need to do is connect to its Wi-Fi and optionally change that Wi-Fi password if you want to, but you don't have to. It's not required to operate the gotW3 service. Second of all, one thing that separates this from other products in the market is that you get a truly unlimited LTE data plan and that it's month to month. This is perfect right now because let's hope that we're all back in our offices this time next month, and maybe you don't need this product permanently. So get it now, use it for the month, and then cancel it if you need it. Turn it back on later if you decide to use it in some other way. But a lot of times when you get into these hotspot plans or tethering plans, and I'll explain that in a minute, they are locked into a contract. There's a monthly fee that you get, but then there's also an early termination fee if you get out too quickly. You don't have any of that with gotW3. And let's talk about how this is different from using a hotspot or tethering to your phone. That's another question that I get. Generally, hotspots have a very limited range of just a couple of feet. Tethering to your phone has a similar range. And in most cases, you're going to be data capped or data limited after just a little bit, which means you're going to have to be super careful. With gotW3, consume all you want. Stream all day if you want. We don't care. Because this is an unlimited plan with no data caps, and you're going to get LTE speeds. There are plenty of people out there in the field right now who are getting 70 megabit down, which is faster than they get at home with their regular internet. And it just doesn't end. I mean, there's no cap to it or anything like that. The next question I've got is which router to choose. We're recommending for most people the base router as opposed to the ReadyNet router. The costs are the same, and they're both coming ready to use when you get them. The ReadyNet router is more extensible. You can do more stuff with it. It's got more Ethernet ports. It does voice over IP and some other fancy tricks. But if you're not going to get in there to configure it, there's no point in getting that unit. You're much better off with the base gotW3 unit. I will say that the ReadyNet unit, by virtue of its paddle antennas, should have better performance if you're using it throughout the entire house. But if you're not, it really doesn't matter. Again, the base W3 or gotW3 unit is probably the best one for everybody. Another question that I've got out there is, I already have a cellular router. Can I buy the gotW3 service from you? Not at this time, although that's something that we are working on, and hopefully we can do that for you real soon. There are a few people out there who have been using Cradlepoint or Sierra Wireless products for a long time, and they just want to get in on the unlimited data aspect of this. I don't blame them, frankly. Like I said, I've been trying cellular routers for a long time, and this is the first product that I'm really excited about. In fact, we've been selling Geez. I guess I get a little tongue-tied when I'm working from home. We've been selling cellular routers at Solid Signal for about 15 years. It was one of the first products that we took on in the mid-2000s. And we've never promoted them the way that we're promoting them now because they were hard to set up, they were difficult to support, they were always meant for industry, they were never meant for home, and this is a completely different story. This is completely different, and it's something that if you're heading home and you don't have IT support at home, don't have a teenager or a spouse or a partner or a friend who can help you with this stuff, gotW3 is easy enough that you can do it all by yourself. I really recommend gotW3 right now, and I'm happy to tell you that at Solid Signal, we still have a good supply of these. That may not hold up forever. It's hard to know what the future is bringing because, let's be honest, life is changing on a moment-by-moment basis for all of us. But if this is something you want, I would not hesitate. Go ahead and put it on a credit card, or you can use the Affirm financing that you can get straight through Solid Signal. So you make a small monthly payment on this thing. Save your cash if you feel like that's what you need to do. Anyway, that's about it for the Solid Signal podcast. I hope that you continue to watch the Solid Signal blog. I hope that you continue to listen to this podcast and subscribe. Always helps if you push that little subscribe button. Ring the bell to get notifications, as one of the other popular video series says. It makes everything look good for me. I look like I've got more subscribers, and at the same time, you do find out when we've got a new video coming out, and believe me, we're putting out an awful lot of them lately. That's it for me. I will talk to you again next week.